All right, all right. So we back. Hopefully we get our viewers back. But part two today, part two. That's the devil busy whenever you're trying to share information, something that's
Right.
good for the people. It's always going to be an interception. So
Right.
that's all right. We right back where we started. Again, we have Angelina Taylor, um, and her company is helping us stay safe. This is sexual abuse awareness month. So we definitely want to educate people on what it is we see, what it looks like, and share experiences because it could help someone else. And guys, if you're viewing, you have a question, you've had an experience, definitely feel free to share your comments, and we'll read them off and hopefully get some answers if
Yes.
you have anything that needs to be answered. So we want to continue. I want to go back because so many children are victims in their own home by family members. I think it's very important to highlight that because I know of several people that were victims,
Mhm.
and some of them didn't end up well in life. They carry this stuff around, and it's on their shoulders. So they're on drugs, they're promiscuous. Again, what are some of the things that, if you see a child looking a certain way, some of the behaviors that we need to monitor?
So, like I was saying earlier about the different behaviors, you want to watch them when they seem kind of withdrawing from something. When you see them a little afraid of going somewhere, or they cry when they go somewhere, those are signs. Those are the best signs that I can give. Is change behavior. And when you see your child not doing what they usually do, or when you see your child afraid of something, or going somewhere, look into that because something is wrong. And that's definitely what I would like to recommend them to do is when you see them that change behavior, check and see what's going on with your child.
And it starts early.
Yeah.
That's what's so concerning. I go back to the Jarvis Butts case. This man was the father of some of those children,
Mm-hmm.
that he was assaulting, his own flesh and blood.
Yeah.
And it didn't start at 10, 11, and 12.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of them started like really young, like maybe 4 or
Mm.
something like that. So you still need to know what you're looking at in those children. They
Right.
just
Yeah.
got into this world.
Yeah. I didn't want to watch that because I felt that was me growing up. I seen me, and I chose not to watch that situation unfold, um, because it is. I can remember when I was younger. I can remember this place that I used to go to. It was a basement, and I can remember um, in this basement, going into this basement, there were two closets. And I remember a certain person taking me and another girl into this closet, and I had to been about 5 or 6 years old, or maybe even 4 or 5. I really don't remember how old I was, but I do remember that. And when I shared that, I was telling, my mom about it, and she was like, "That was my old house," And when I shared the story of where this basement, how this basement was, I don't remember what he did, but I know he
Mhm.
used to take us to this closet. I don't remember what he did to us in this closet, but I just remember going into that closet. So it could have started then. I just don't remember what happened. But
The grooming starts first.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yeah, that definitely, when they want you to sit on their lap. Teach your
yep,
children, don't sit on no man's lap,
that's
because
right.
that's them trying to get you comfortable, or wanting to give you candy all the time, or being so nice and, oh, if you need anything, come to me, I'll help you.
Mhm.
Those are signs to look out for, and anything that you tell me don't tell it, because you shouldn't have to tell a child, don't tell. There's no secrets with children.
That's
So
right.
don't keep secrets. The children are not supposed to keep secrets, and adults are not supposed to teach children secrets.
Absolutely. I want to ask you a question because I wanted to go back to the first part when we started,
Okay.
where a lot of parents or loved ones, people that's supposed to protect us, they don't believe us. And I want to know, I need to understand, why do you think that is? Some of my boyfriends, but some are brothers, or, why is it that it's hard to help your children because you don't believe them?
Right. Um, that's something that I'm still trying to figure out. Why aren't we believed? It's what did the child do to make you not believe them? And that's still a good question that I haven't found the answer to. Um, and it's sad that why couldn't you believe this child? Um, what did this child ever do to you to not believe him? Because
Yes,
I've never been a liar as a child, you know. So what was it about that, or did you just not want to believe because it was family?
that's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
you didn't want to believe it because it was family. It could have been your brother or your sister or your niece or nephew. Um, but what about the child? What did you do to protect the
Right.
child? You're protecting them, but you're not protecting your child.
Yeah,
How do you believe this person and not that person? And if for some if the predator says, "Oh, well, she came on against up to me. She came on to me." What does a 12-year-old know about coming on to you? You
that's
know,
right. That's right.
I've never, I never experienced any of this. You know, and I'm sure it's more like me that did not or could not do anything to this person. This person chose to do this to this child. And for a child not to believe, it hurts.
Oh yeah.
It truly
So,
hurts. And that's another silence that builds that silence inside of us, because here we are, come to you and told you our truth, and you didn't believe us.
that's
Or
right.
when you did believe us, there was still silence. So
Nothing was done.
when I wrote that letter, I broke my silence silently, but I still broke it. But sometimes you have to remember that, and this is so important for Denim Day. Um, a lot of times, a person isn't believed until years later,
Yeah,
and sometimes the years later can be too late.
that's
You
right.
know,
Because they mess with other children. Usually, it's not just the one.
it's
It's
always more
it's
than that.
several. Yep.
Yes, yes, and that's why we need to break the silence. If we break the silence now, it can stop at that child.
That's
Because
right.
for me, I when it happened to me, it
Hmm.
didn't happen to my children, and it didn't happen to my nieces and my nieces, because I told them who to stay away from. So if
That's
children know
right.
who to stay away from, it won't happen to them. So let's break that silence and share that
Yes,
with our children. You know, that's the
that's
bottom
right.
line. You have to
Not
break
always a stranger. Not
not
always a stranger.
exactly.
Um, Now, when you wrote your letter, did you ever get any type of discussion with it? I'm going to do something, even though nothing was done. Did you?
No. When I wrote my letter, that was it. That's all I heard.
Do
And
you even know if it was read?
so yes, years and years and years later,
Okay.
I went and asked about this, and it was more of, I thought I did something by taking you away from over there. Um, I thought I did something by having someone else babysit. You know, I didn't think that. I thought that was enough, but
Okay.
I'm thinking nothing happened to me as a child. It was nothing happened because I still seen these same people walking around.
Yep.
To
Yep.
me,
Absolutely.
as a child, you thinking like, why is these people still working walking around, and they did this to me? and I'm still having to see these people, and is it's it's hurtful
Oh yeah,
to be able to think that you told and to see nothing happen. It hurts,
it
and that's
hurts.
another thing that causes us to stay silent because
Yes.
when we did finally tell, we didn't see anything happen. And with Denim Day is about solidarity. It's about believing the victim, believing them the first time,
So
and
let's talk about that. For those who are listening, she is the founder of Helping Us Stay Safe. um, Protection is the key, right?
yes,
Resources is the key. When we don't know it's anything out there, we don't know what to do. And you do have two comments from Stacy Jones. Thank you, Stacy. She said, "Hey everyone, I think it's denial on the parents' part, and
mm,
some, are afraid to lose the man.
mm.
Absolutely, because I've seen that all too
Oh
much.
yes, oh yes,
Yeah."
yeah,
And then she said she would tell the child to keep telling adults,
yeah,
teachers, school
hmm
counselor, or other family members until something is done.
exactly. And that's what I tell children all the time. You keep telling. Don't stop at one person because that's what I did. I stopped at one person because I thought something was going to happen. But when you see something don't happen, you tell and you keep telling. And I'm so glad that now, and you see it in children, that they're starting to tell what
Yes,
happened. So if we can continue doing that and letting educating, it's about education. It's about prevention. What can we do to prevent this? How can we educate so this won't happen? And the most important thing is healing. What can we
healing.
do to help them heal? What can we do? Meeting people where they are. What can we do by supporting them beyond this crisis? And that's why helping us stay safe is here to bring you support, to let you know that there's resources out here. You have Turning Point. Turning Point is in Mount Clemens. You have Avalon. They're in Detroit. You have the Sasha Center. They're in Detroit. You have Haven. They're in Oakland County. You have First Step. They're in Wayne County in the Belleville, Romulus areas. That's where they are. There is somebody out here that can help you. There are so many resources that we have that can help you get through this. Start therapy. I'm
Yes.
telling you, therapy works. It works more than people think it do. But we have to get some help. And how can people get involved? How can a community get involved? You know,
Yes.
Partner with us, attend our events, support our mission to build safer communities and to empower survivors because that's what survivors need. They need to be believed.
So let them know about Denim Day. If you guys want to support her, this is a great cause.
Yes.
She
So,
has an event coming. I would love for you guys to support her.
yes. Yes, so we have Denim Day coming Wednesday, the 29th of April. And Denim Day is about it's close to the last of Survivor Sexual Assault Awareness Month, but it's a powerful movement. It's about believing survivors the first time. It's about solidarity. It's about um, when you see something and something happens to you, tell. It's about believing the victim the first time.
Yes.
And back in years ago, it was in an Italian courthouse where a lady was raped, and when she was raped, the predator had her help him take her pants down, and because of that, he wasn't convicted because they felt that because she helped him, that wasn't a sexual abuse or a sexual assault, And years and years later, it was overturned. And that there was so important to me because no matter what, when a person says no, no means no. No means stop.
Yes.
Stop doing what you're doing. That's what this is about. It's about that power, getting your power back and letting people know that no means no. When I say no, that means stop what you're
And
doing and leaving
scream it out. Scream it out.
whatever it is that you have to do to get somebody off of you. You do that,
Yes.
you know, and that's why I want people to know about Denim Day. Denim Day is a day where it's about, encouraging survivors to, let's break the silence. I will be breaking my silence that day and telling my story and my journey on why I started helping us stay safe. It's going to all be told on Denim Day, and like I said, Denim Day is an important day, and that is why Denim Day was brought to the to today because of that situation that happened. So it is a very important stand with survivors.
Yes, yes. Again, make sure you guys go out. Now we have D Love that says from experience of sexual abuse as a child, it is hard to talk about because no one believes you. It
Hmm.
took her until she had a child to speak out and go get help.
Yes, yes.
So, and it doesn't matter what age, right?
It does.
Stop
No,
carrying this around. Stop
stop telling.
carrying it.
Like I
Somebody
tell,
cares.
like I tell people, don't wait till you turn in your 50s to tell. If you tell early, you can heal early. Yes, it's hard, and we worry about not being believed, but you tell your story anyway. You tell your story because we believe you.
That's right.
You know,
And it's
there
time
is
to
somebody out here. There is
get these
somebody out here that
predators locked
believes you.
up. Get them
Yes,
locked up. It's time.
yes,
Quit sweeping them up under the rug, protecting them, and putting a blanket over them.
right.
It's time to uncover the truth now.
Yes,
No, they don't get to walk around happy and everything, and you're down and depressed and everything else. It's time to
right.
expose them. They need to be
Yes,
exposed.
yes. And you have you have a people that say, well, you know what, they passed away, so I'm done. I'm good with that.
Still tell it.
Um, okay, I get that, but you may still need, whenever you're ready to tell your story.
Tell
But
your
if you can help
story.
somebody else, help somebody else so they won't become a victim. Let's stop this. It is so hard to tell. And who do we tell? How do we tell? The matter is, tell. Tell somebody. Say
Yeah,
something. Somebody out here believes you. And
that's
if
right.
somebody believes you, another person's going to believe you too.
And get yourself if you're it's unfortunate, but the person that's supposed to protect us, if they're not protecting you, then there's three numbers you can call
Hmm.
911. Get something started.
Mm.
I hate it, but sometimes you actually need to be removed from the home.
Yes. Yeah.
But parents, again, we've got to do, and it takes a village, right?
Yes, it does.
Sometimes the mom or dad may work so hard they don't see what's going on, but somebody pay attention to these children. I'll never forget, and I'll share this story. Years ago, when my grandmother had custody of us, she had a cousin, and they were pretty close. He always wanted to take us to get ice cream. There were four of us, right?
Hmm.
So me and my younger brother, he would always say, "Okay, let's go get some ice cream." He knew that was something I loved just from paying attention.
Okay.
Took us to get this ice cream, and little by little, he would put his hand on I had to sit in the front with him, and he would put his hand on my knee. You like the ice cream? How does it taste? Trying to warm
Hmm.
me up to everything.
Right.
I felt
Yeah.
something funny, and I'm just so blessed, and I'm thankful that my grandmother knew it was something that kicked in into her. I came home one day and I said, I don't want any more ice cream. I don't like ice cream anymore. And
Hmm.
she knew. She picked right up on it, and he never came around again.
Good. That's good.
But we have to go back to that, paying attention.
Yes, you definitely have to pay attention to the children's, like I said, change behavior. You
That's
have to pay
right.
attention to that change behavior, you know,
Yes, yes.
because
Do you have now? How can you? Do you go into the schools or churches to support prevention?
yes, I do. I go wherever I can go and tell my story or educate youth, educate whoever, whatever age it is, I can educate I go. So if someone call and say, Miss Taylor, are you available on this particular day to come here? Yes, I'll go. I'll go to a church. I did a church not too long ago in Flint, talking to their children. I talk to children. Like I said, not only adults, I talk to children as well. So I am trying to get into schools, as many schools as I can, to be able to come and share and educate the children on safe touch, safe behaviors, saying no and things like that. So I am definitely available for that, and they can always either call or go on my website or email me for that kind of information.
Good, good. I want to share your website because D Love wants to be posted about Denim Day. She's interested, and so I want to share. She has several events. Don't you have any other events that are coming?
Okay, so we just had an event last week. It was the kickoff for Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So we had that event, and then we're having a Denim Day on the 29th, and that's going to be in Sterling Heights at the Sterling Heights Library in their programming center. It starts
Okay.
at 12, and it's go from 12 to 1:30. So it's free to the public,
Okay.
and we do survivor empowerment circles every month. I always post where it's going to be on my website, and
What's the
it's all
website?
HUSSMI.org. Again, that's HUSSMI.org. Also, they can go on our Facebook page because it's posted there as well. And we're under Helping Us Stay Safe Inc. on Facebook. Also, I post on Instagram, so it's always on Instagram, and it will always be on TikTok as well. So there's always some way that you can get in, find the information that you need to come to one of our events. We also host coffee and conversations. We do those quarterly, and I go throughout the cities. I'm in Macomb County, I go to Oakland County, and I go to Wayne County to share this information. So if someone wants me to come to where they are, I will definitely do that.
Do you find that when you go around, you help others? Are they paying attention? Because that's important.
Yes, yes, they are. I was giving out pens. Now, I've been giving out awareness pens, and I was in a Family Dollar not too long ago, and I was giving the lady, because on the card it gives the information and my about Denim Day, about the other event that we had, and it just talked about sexual abuse. And I was giving them around the store, and this lady, she came back and she came up to me and she was like, "Thank you so much for doing this. This is something that's really needed in our community." And she gave me a hug and was like, "Thank you so much," because this was me. And I went to somewhere else, and just to hear people their stories and see them cry, to see that there is help out here, that's touches me, because that's what I want to do. I want to let people know that there is help out here, you know, and we just got to continue letting them know that there's help out here. There is so much help out here between,
Yes,
between going to therapy, or like I say, Turning Point, things like that. There is help, but it just starts. Where do I start? Where do I
that's
start
right.
to get the help that I need? So come to our survivor empowerment circles. Come to our coffee and conversations, because that's needed. And that is our space, our quiet space. You don't have to share your story. You can just listen, you know, and maybe one day you'll decide you're ready to break that silence. You know,
Yes,
that's what it's all about, us coming together, hearing about other survivors, getting educated, and trying to prevent this from happening again to anyone else.
that's right. Um, Now, if someone wanted to support your cause, because I'm sure you need things to keep your, um, just to maintain your
Yes.
organization, can they go on your website? I did share it in the chat. Are they
Yes.
able to go on your website?
Yes, you can go on my website, HUSSMI.org. There is a button that you can click on that says donations. So they can do that. I also have a QR code that's on my Facebook page, that they can go to the QR code if they wanted to. So yes, there's definitely a way that they can do that, because like I say, we're just trying to educate the community, and it does take money to do that. But my most important job is breaking the silence of sexual abuse. I really truly want to break the silence and just to let people know about, there is, preventative ways of getting this done. There is somebody out here to provide education. And I'm going to, continue to do what I'm doing because this is a sexual abuse goes unspoken. How can we stop that?
Yes, and it's been around for years. Some learn to deal with it, right? They just live with it, and it's unfortunate. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have to live with it. You don't have to carry it. Speak up. You're never too old to talk about it. Get into some of these groups. Like she said, she has coffee and conversations. I would definitely love to see your organization expand
Thank you.
because it definitely should. So much support needed out here,
Yes.
and a lot. It's inside a lot of homes right now.
And just remember that I'm going to be at Mac Alive to speak with the seniors Thursday the 23rd at 11 o'clock. So I'll be there too that day, April the 23rd.
So,
I'll be at
do you think that the seniors suffer from
yeah.
sexual abuse?
Seniors suffer from sexual abuse too. Seniors suffer from even in home nursing homes, nursing centers, and things like that. And we hear about it on the news too. That a
Yeah,
senior was sexually abused while they were in a nursing home. But yes, it definitely happens to the seniors too, and it could have happened to them in their younger years, and they haven't decided to talk about it yet because even in my church home, I spoke to different seniors and they was telling me their stories, and they was, like, we're glad that this is happening because, this is something that we, happened. It happened to me and it happened to me. And, it's just like, wow, you never know. How does it look? You don't know how it look. You can see
and
a
they don't
person
even
going,
care. They
no.
don't even care about if they have dementia or
Mhm.
just anything.
Right.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really
It's
sad.
really sad. Yeah.
Yeah. Mental health out here plays a huge role. Some people have an illness. There's no
Yeah.
excuse for them, but there's an illness. That's an
This,
illness.
yeah. Yeah. It's the
Yes.
illness that needs to be stopped. How can we stop this? How can we stop
Exposure,
exposure?
bring exposure, talking about it,
Break
not being
silence.
ashamed. Yep. Don't be ashamed to talk about it because
Because
you didn't do it, right? You did
it's not
nothing wrong.
right. And like I said, it's not your fault. You're not alone. You deserve to heal, and that's what it's about. You're healing. So tell your story. Tell who did
Tell
it.
your
And
story.
sometimes, I learned that I don't have to say their names to tell my story. I can tell my story anyway. So if you
Yes.
feel like you don't want to tell their names, you don't have to. If you feel like you want to share the names, go ahead. It's not too late. It's never too late. It's never too
Mhm.
late to break the silence. But
Yes.
don't wait till try not to wait. Heal. If that's something that you think that can heal you, tell your story because it's a healer. It truly is a healer. It has released so much and you feel so free from it,
Yeah.
and that's what it's about. It's about feeling free.
You know, yes. I would say also keep some type of journal. People don't know that's a form of therapy.
Mhm.
Write it down so then you could take the paper and the pen, take it from the words to the mouth, the voice.
Yes.
That may be a way to help you. I notice a lot of people, they start writing things, and then next thing you know, they find their voice. So don't be
Yes.
ashamed to start somewhere. But
Right.
therapy
Right.
is key. Therapy is key.
Yes, it is.
Are there any free resources out here for therapy?
So like I said, Turning Point is a great place to start.
Hmm.
Um, they were at the kickoff event, and they have a lot of resources. So check out their website, Turning Point's website. Turning Point Inc. They can go and get some information from there, because they have a lot of great information, and they're for not only sexual abuse, but you have trafficking, you have domestic violence, all these, they help with all that. So if you need some type of therapy or you need some type of resources, go. You have, like I said, Turning Point, there's Avalon, there's Sasha Center, there's Haven, there's First Step. Those are where you can start, and they are there to help you, and they do have free resources. And not only that, they can help you with wherever they need to guide you. That's what
Mhm.
they're there for. So we need to, let people know that these centers are here. And growing up, who knew about this? And they've been here, around here, forever. They've been around here for over 25 years. you know
Yes.
and the survivors may not even know that. They may not know that they can get help, free help. Yes, you
Yes.
can get free help. Yes, you can get free therapy. There is help out here to help you along your journey, your healing
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah. So I thank you so much for joining us, bringing this awareness. Um, and I know that now, are you partnered with Crime Stoppers?
So I actually have a an interview with Crime Stoppers coming up on Thursday, and that's another good thing. Crime Stoppers is another source of help. So if you want to remain anonymous, contact Crime Stoppers. Crime
1
Stoppers
800
American. Yes, yeah, they
Speak Up.
yes. Speak up. You can
Yes, you
remain
can
anonymous.
remain anonymous,
Yes.
but tell the story. You just cannot use any names,
Hmm.
um, or unfortunately, they won't take that call.
Hmm.
But exposure again, exposure.
Yes.
Something's going on. There's a way to tell it.
Tell
Uh,
it.
tell it.
Say
Yeah.
something. Help
Yeah,
others. Help
that's
others
right.
stay safe by saying something.
Yeah, don't save them. They're not saving you, so don't save them.
Right.
I definitely would love to come and start looking out and see what your events are. Detroit Press Play would love to support you when we can.
Okay.
Um, I just thank you, and I would love to have you come back,
Thank you so
especially if
much. I
there's
love to.
any new resources that
Yes.
you can provide. I would love for you to come back and share.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do
So
that.
again,
Thank you for having me.
yes, helping us stay safe. Support her. Look at the website. Um, say something. Don't hold it in anymore. Don't be silenced.
Right.
It's your time to speak up.
Break that
Anything else?
silence.
Yes. Anything else you'd like to say before we end?
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Let's break the silence of sexual abuse. And to survivors, please know that you are not alone. It is never your fault, and you deserve to heal. And
Yes.
healing
And
starts
no
with
means
you.
no.
No means no.
That's right. So I thank you. And before we wrap it up, can you just shout out Detroit Press Play for us? We loved this interview.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Biavier couldn't connect back. I think her system was loading or something.
Okay.
But we definitely are going to be speaking with you and coming out to see you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Detroit Press Play. Thank you
All
so much.
right. Thank you. Thank
Take
you.
care. Here.
Have a wonderful one. All
You do the
right.
same. Okay.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in.